A lot of people got something to say about the fact that I got 6 kids with 6 different men. So I'm just gonna tell y'all why it is better to do it this way. If I had 6 kids with all the same dude, I get 34% of his income, which is only $680 a month. If I got 6 kids with 6 different dudes, I get 17% from each one of them, which is $340 a month from each one. $340 a month times 6 baby daddies is $2,040. So why don't you have 6 baby daddies?
The current state of third-wave feminism is not just laughable, it's a downright comedy of errors. Criticizing any woman's choice, no matter how ludicrous, has become a sacred cow, with the absurd notion that every choice is inherently golden. The once empowering concept of sex positivity has spiraled into a chaotic free-for-all, akin to glamorizing a carnival of debauchery. Prostitution gets a front-row seat. On the esteemed platform of TikTok, we witness a bizarre countdown to a girl's 18th birthday, not for the anticipation of legal adulthood, but for the grand unveiling on OnlyFans. These girls, caught in the web of glamorization, are blissfully unaware of the shark-infested waters they're about to dive into. It's like celebrating a blindfolded stroll through a minefield. Enter teen Vogue bravely or foolishly, depending on your perspective, suggesting that rape porn isn't inherently sexist and might even be empowering. Bravo. Because apparently empowerment now comes in forms that make sane individuals question the editorial choices shaping the minds of the next generation. As if this circus wasn't chaotic enough, some parents, in a desperate bid to be progressive, embrace gender-neutral parenting. However, their disappointment is palpable when little Timmy reaches for a truck instead of a gender-neutral, ethically sourced kale smoothie. The clash between modern parenting ideals and the undeniable pull of traditional gender preferences exposes the bewildering state of confusion in today's parenting narrative. It's a show, and we're all just spectators wondering how we ended up in this wacky sitcom of contradictions.
Okay.
Men should not be the only providers.
All right.
Because back then, yeah, men were providers, but women weren't allowed to have jobs.
Okay, well, here's
but
the
now
thing.
that we have jobs, I don't feel like men should be the only providers.
Okay, how you feel and what should or could or would is one thing, but we got to deal with reality, what is. The reality is that women are biologically hardwired to want men that make more money than them and have more status than them. Do you want a guy that is your height?
Oh, I'm taller.
Okay, do you want him stronger than you?
Yeah.
Do you want him to be more competent than you, smarter than you, being able to lead you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want him to make more money than you, preferably?
Yeah.
Okay, so nothing about what you want is equal. She's trying to say it should be equal, but her own attraction triggers are not equal at all. She wants a man who's superior to her.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Did I not just describe traits that are superior to yourself?
No, you didn't.
The fuck? Yo.
Roll it back.
Myron, where you going? Stop saying
Yo.
Okay.
A friend recently boasted about teaching their daughter that women in low-cut tops or short skirts look cold. Now, when the daughter sees a woman in a bikini on a sunny beach, she remarks, "That lady looks cold." This is proudly labeled as raising a feminist daughter. However, it's unsettling as it aligns with the patriarchal notion that women expressing themselves through clothing choices are somehow inherently wrong. This mindset perpetuates a sexist perspective. In the United States, for a man, the question of marriage may not be a question at all. The arrangement appears to offer little to nothing for him and everything for her. The potential risks, from a no-fault divorce where assets and children are taken, seem to outweigh the benefits, often reduced to a tax write-off. Living with a female in certain states can even lead to unintentional common-law marriage. Over generations, observing friends fall victim to such situations has naturally led many men to rethink marriage. The issue isn't inherently about women. They are merely benefiting from a system they didn't create. The real problem lies in a culture of legal exploitation, historically witnessed in actions like claiming Native American lands. In today's context, lawyers often target the larger financial entity, typically the man. Men, refusing to take the marital plunge, are flocking to the mgtow philosophy, and who can blame them? Monogamy, a historical accomplice of female reproductive strategies, chains men's innate urge to spread their seed far and wide. The social norms and the sacred institution of marriage play referee, blatantly favoring the female game plan while slapping the male strategy with penalties. The so-called marital rights that once leveled the playing field have evaporated, leaving men with a sour taste for the whole institution. Yet the drama doesn't end with the loss of marriage perks. In today's world, marriage is a punishing ground for men, complete with biased courts and the thrilling possibility of losing half your assets and a perpetual garnish on the remainder. Fathers, in family court skirmishes, might as well be armed with rubber swords, for their chances are slim. And let's not forget the contemporary political climate, where a mere side-eye from a woman can trigger a symphony of state and societal institutions trying to ruin a man's life. Truth be damned. Enter the mgtow movement. Because why on earth should men sign up for a game with no pros, just a laundry list of cons? Now, is this a funeral march for our culture? I say, not quite. It's a flashing neon sign screaming sickness alert, and that ailment has a name: feminism. The same force pushing men to society's fringes while gleefully tearing away our rights and societal standing. In a world dead set on shoving you to the periphery for merely existing, it doesn't take a genius to decide, I'm going my own damn way. The reluctance of men to get married is pushing some towards the mgtow philosophy. Monogamy, historically favoring female reproductive strategies while hindering male ones, doesn't align with the natural instinct for men to spread their seed widely. Social norms and the institution of marriage tend to reinforce the female strategy while penalizing the male strategy. Marital rights that once balanced this equation have diminished over time, making marriage less appealing for men. However, the issue extends beyond the loss of marriage benefits. In the contemporary landscape, marriage becomes a punitive institution for men, bringing negative repercussions. Courts display biases against men, and marital failure often means losing half of one's assets, with the remainder garnished indefinitely. Fathers also face a high likelihood of losing custody battles in family court. In the current political climate, a mere accusation from a woman can lead to the collective efforts of state and societal institutions attempting to ruin a man, regardless of the veracity of the claim. Is it any wonder that more men are embracing mgtow? Marriage holds no pros for men, only a considerable list of cons. As for whether this reflects the demise of our culture, I would argue no. It signifies the illness within our culture, and that ailment is feminism. Continually pushing men to the fringes, feminism strips away our rights and our societal positions. When surrounded by a society intent on ostracizing and punishing you for merely existing, it's only a matter of time before one decides, I'm going my own way. Consider divorce statistics. Examine which gender initiates divorces more frequently. Scrutinize who is often financially drained by alimony. Evaluate the prevalence of false paternity claims. Observe who is evicted from their homes and often loses contact with their children. Once you've conducted this research, examine divorce rates. If feminism advocates for the idea that a woman doesn't need a man for a fulfilling life, why does it vehemently oppose mgtow, which preaches the same independence for men? The answer lies in the potential financial impact on feminists. Without marriage, where will they secure alimony and maintenance? The current state of third-wave feminism is laughable without a doubt. Criticizing any woman's choice, regardless of how poorly considered, has become taboo, with the mantra that all choices are inherently valid. The concept of sex positivity has devolved into a free-for-all, manifesting as a glorification of prostitution. On platforms like TikTok, some girls eagerly await their 18th birthday to dive into the world of OnlyFans, misled by the glamorization without understanding the industry's inherent dangers and volatility. Remarkably, Teen Vogue has ventured into controversial territory, publishing articles that suggest rape porn isn't inherently sexist and may even be empowering. This stance raises eyebrows and questions about the publication's responsibility in shaping young minds. Adding to the confusion, some parents are adopting gender-neutral approaches in raising their children, only to express disappointment when the kids naturally gravitate towards traditional gender-associated items like pink dolls and princesses. This dissonance highlights the challenges in reconciling modern parenting ideals with the innate preferences of children. Third-wave feminism has never truly been about equality. It's been about subjugation. Notice the absence of third-wave feminists addressing the treatment of women in the third world. Their concerns are confined to Western culture. It's a form of solipsism, women urging men back onto the metaphorical plantation while entering relationships with little more than pets, debt, and borderline personality disorder. Men are awakening to the realization that the supposed benefits are not worth the cost. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can be the first to know when my new video drops. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.